First, the headlines. BJP's Northeast in charge Sambit Patra arrives in Imphal, hold meeting with the important leaders of the state, including former CM and Biren Singh. State-level annual SNA Sports and Cultural Meet 2025 kick-starts at the Sai NERC Athletic Track from today. Supreme Court states it does not have to protect the wrong in connections with a whistleblower taps against the former Manipur CM. Reception ceremony of the 290 students along with 13 positions holders and 5 subject toppers of the Imprint Science Academy held today. And Manipur Governor reviews progress of the national highway projects in state. A very good evening. You're watching the Primetime English News. Now let's see the news in detail. BJP's Northeast in charge, Sambit Patra, has arrived in Manipur today, the 5th May, to meet MLAs from both the Meitei and the Kuki community paths. Patra was received by the BJP Manipur General Secretary K. Sarat Kumar. Patra's visit to the state came days after 21 MLA wrote letters to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah separately asking them to form popular governments in the northeastern state, which is now under the President's rules to ensure peace and normalcy. After landing at the Imphal airport, Patra headed for the Churachandpur by the chopper. While visiting Kuki-Jo-dominated Churachandpur district, Sambit Patra held meeting with the MLA LM Kaute and leaders of the Jomi Students Federation. It has also been reported that Sambit Patra held a closed-door meeting with the leaders and the representatives of the Kuki-Jo Council and Jomi Council. Later, after his returns, he met former Chief Minister Biren Singh at his residence at the Luang Sangbam. However, nothing has been disclosed as to what have been discussed during the meetings held with the Kuki MLAs and former Chief Minister Biren Singh. State-level annual SNA Sports and Cultural Meet 2025 has kick-started from today, which is being organized by the Trained Nurses Associations of the India TNAI and Students Nurses Association of India SNAI Manipur State Branch. The inaugural event has been attended by the Babina Hospitals and the Babina Diagnostics Chairman's Managing Director Thangzam Dhabali, Youth Affairs and the Sports Director Dr. Veto Mayangbam, TNAI, Manipur State Branch President Naurem Tangvi, ACME Fertility and the Healthcare Center Managing Director Dr. James Langbam, and Sai NERC Infal Nodal Officers Laisram Samritya. In the events, which is set to continue till 8 of this month, a total of 30 nursing institutes of the states are going to compete. Today's event also showcases a march past competitions put up by the students of the 30 nursing institutes of the state. Speaking during the inaugural events, Trained Nurses Association of the India TNAI, Manipur State Branch President Naurem Tangbi expressed that the competition is a part of the annuals and the venials nationals levels competitions of the Trained Nurses Associations of India, which includes cultural events as well, besides sporting events. She added that in the past 2 years, these annual events had been put on hold due to the current situations of the state. She continued that selected players will compete in the states and the national events, which will be organized by the Trained Nurses Associations of India, which is scheduled to be held in the Maharashtra from 4 to 6 December this year.
aina haijagiba academic career gi khoi gi manuda scientific paper presentation yauri adigi poster presentation yauri quiz competition yauri adigi sport painting gi rangoli gi adigi khoi gi essay competition gi aduga dance and khoi amna nungaiba khoi Mr and Miss SNA haidana adugi khoi program amsa khoi chinjari khoi state brand chinjari haiba bayam sigi khangale haraga khoina national level hajaga dori bani adu ngasi gi khoi participants e ngasi dagi hawga dori participants punna khoi 430 the maida khoi jari haibadi khoi university je khoi university Manipur da lagi siju khoi nursing gi haraga categories da khoi NM gi chahi ani gi course chahi ahu gi JNM gi course chahi mari gi basic nursing gi course adu basic nursing pastor matunda nataga JNM pastor matunda post basic nursing course haisa ju khoi chahi ani gi amsu lai jari adu MSc nursing course edu leira khoi Manipur su akoi yam noptre haijariba and hai basing sigi keta myam si different mai kanu sigi khandal chari haraga to maina khoina pangthok jaba program ni aduga masi gi se khoi yam nuai jabna khoi hojik che haugi ba tam dadi khoi Manipur gi law and order situation sina maram boraga khoi ni thina pangthok da kitang khoi khoi khai ba bi lai khare adu handa ki di
to attend this inaugural program of the state level annual Student Nurses Association Sports and Cultural Meet 2025. Then especially the receiving the March Pass that was just concluded. It's a great honor for me, and thank you very much the organizers for inviting me in this event. With these few words, let me announce state level annual sports and cultural meet of Student Nurses Association 2025 open. Thank you, and I wish the meet a grand success. Once again, thank you everybody.
Imprint Science Academy has today, the 5th May, held reception ceremony of its successfully passed out 290 students, including 13 position holders and 5 subject toppers of the recently announced Class 12 Kosham Examinations 2025 at its school campus. The reception ceremony has been attended by the Dhanamanjari University former Vice Chancellor Professor Nongmaithem Raj Mohant, Imprint Science Academy Principal Okram Aditya Kumar Singh, Handloom and Textiles Financial Advisor Thongam Gunindro, Manipur University's Department of Mathematics Head of Department Professors Moirangtham Premjit, along with the managing teams of the school. Speaking on a reception ceremony, Imprint Science Academy Principal Okram Aditya Kumar expressed that this is the 3rd year that the students of the school have appeared in the Class 12 Council examination, and it is a matter of pride that 13 students have secured top positions in the year's examination. He added that the objectives of the schools not only to produce bright students but to guide them and lead them on the right path for the bright and a successful career.
Masih berarti atiam tu wanita ini legend ni mana agang pamcang ko masih yang option apa aku school ni ada tiang lah tiang lah dia yang option dia dia samna pada nak kadang ni kau dia dia kau kap thagam ni piro isita lah kadang ni hai benda ada tu mesti masih tiang lah nang kali tiang ni kau boleh nak tu ni mana saya jangan kerana yang kan nak pun begini nanti enam tu mata kita siap thagam ada masih yang ikai nang kita hai tak ikai jadi mana, mami tak jadi, macam tu orang sibuk sahaja, angkat pasien korga, macam nebi kita, berkata ke orang dia kita, kanna, mapakan lagi ada, sebab orang sahaja lomba, saya pergi betul angkat saya, sebab tu di kolej itu tu kumpulan saya je, apa, lapak, amat jauh ke, sebab tu orang pergi ke sini, nak terjadi ni sih, ada masih penpakai cerita, police station program. Masih nganting tu presiden juga pergi penuh masih dah apa ina memang lagi dah segi nganting penuh sih pun tahu tiba encouragement tapi begitu tu so ina bes di media di memang lebih penting.
Workshop on Integrated Teachers Education Program has been held today, the 5th May, at the Manipur University's court halls. Being attended by the Vice Chancellor, professors and Lokendra Singh, Manipur University Schools of Education Deans and Eastern Regional Committee, National Council for the Teachers Education's members, professors Premlata Maisnoms and Eastern Regional Committee, National Council for the Teachers Education's Chairperson Professor Dibya Jyoti Mahanta. The workshop has been organized jointly by the College Development Councils, Manipur Universities and Association of the Manipur State's Teachers Education Institute. Cairo Assembly Constituencies, MLA Laurembam Rameshwar, today the 5th May has inaugurated 3 Mairasang at Cairo. Today, during the events, MLA Rameshwar expressed his dissatisfactions over the inability of the BJP MLAs to unite for the returns of the popular government. He added that the leader must leave behind their ideological differences and must come forward and work together for the early returns of the peace and normalcy in the strife-torn states of Manipur. He further reiterated that 21 out of 23 MLAs of the BJP have submitted a memorandum addressed to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister, asking them to form a popular government in the states Manipur at the earliest. He added that in case no approvals is received from the central government with regards to the forming of the popular government, preparations are underway for making claims to the governor of Manipur for the formation of the state's government.
Manipur thoi wa thodo thong mayam je kasin koya chatna ngamba letara mateng pangba du santi na khone am chawba dai telo bhai tar mai kyang gi mai ben mayam pik pula kana duna makhoi gi tangai phadana akhoi gi nongsing ta ma tam sida khoi pham da ya da hojik lai rang mayam piam tam sora min mai ben jing je eng le khop to bo sida nungsa mak ta no mok mai ta gi tangai phadana wa ja na si sangjima chajabane aduga ngasi khusin jaban sum aina sum khangjabada ngasi akhoi gi Manipur in charge lai summit patra Anam MP Maji Music Laga Airport Tabaga can set Mal Jampura. Come we shall can the Yamtuna highway sing Satpianaba, Honagan have them Paupangi. And the government chamber question does it with the other Tahum can have Malhana Hamatam and Hataki me Tanka Swida, Town Park Korea, and the Manipur is a popular government. Levy have some youngi, Colossoide, and the emulating of Colossoina. A tumatum da Semakado Mali, a double activity. Akoi BJP MLA mak to messenger akoi group thog le bisina kun mangam da jam to semangam da sem la khibane ana Manipur miyam awa basi uraga le bisu ura kan da akoi kun bi rakan da ai gi rana gi noina da ba som thodong na kan da ko Manipur gi makta tungi khala kan akoi pullaga saka semina si haibajima ai maroi nan si medai thong da kai khuna je honorable MLA sing da hajar.
On the other hand, while taking part in today's event, Peace and Integrity Committee Kyamgai convener Chingakam Megachandra expressed that the recent follow-up actions of the deporting illegally entered Pakistanis and Bangladeshis from India after the Pahalgam's terror attack, similar move must be carried out to send back the illegally entered Kuki militants from the soil of the state, Manipur. He further stressed that during the talk initiated by the governments of India held between the representative of the Meitei and the Kuki community for the bringing back peace and normalcy in the states, the cut-off year for the implementation of the national registers of citizens must be made clear so that the illegal Kuki immigrants are identified and they are deported from the soil.
Order to Matanda, about illegal immigrants, she's on view, she's a government view, I will hold him up with the country, Madam Pingasi, India, the illegal immigrants in the Sahara. Topuni aduna hojiki hariba hadaki home minister lokoloda hojango yam thakani ni adubu akogi Manipur le riba akogi Kuki militant Kuki terrorist je akogi illegal immigrants je pasi jo phakap ta thidopi wa phakap kamjage aduga akogi India government home minister ne phakap pirakanda akogi Meitei amchu Kuki mai to voice sanadam thogin sili sida akogi ena sili jawa ena deso ena sikaranda ena sida jawi ba akogi kado deso biya do adugi manunga leiba ITA ka kotu da adagi buki in bi yawi ba ako illegal ako migrant kamu ako gi singse la hopi ba tare ba ako gi kotu de so ako gi ako Manipur gi datta ba buki hopi hari ba ina sile tan ba kamu jing do madu me am do khidobi yo am sum madu mura tek chalo bi am tam ba thank you
khoi maira bu yam na sijabagi kainoduna mahakna sijaba utko waina maira sanglen ahum khak ngasi khudol tamduna ngasi sangakre numit asi khoi yai paraba numit tang manga megi ningthokaba numit asida sanglen ahum ase nong matangda loina bak sangaba madam ase khoi saruk ya jabari akoina honorable MLA bu maira gi thongali na magbi na maira gi sangre sabi bagi da magda maira pai bi magna honorable MLA bu haini hai le ta thagat chari.
Acting on a advice of the AICC Minority Department, National Chairman and Rajya Sabha MP Imran Pratap Ghari, AICC Coordinator and the Manipur State in charge Rajesh Kumar Sethi has arrived in Imphal today, and he has held the discussions on the current situations of the state Manipur. Further, he held meeting with regards to the upcoming 2027 general elections. During a press meet held at the Manipur Congress Bhavans at the BT Road, AICC Coordinator and the Manipur State's in charge Rajesh Kumar Sethi expressed that his visit aims to discuss on how to create a stronghold of the Congress Party in the 15 States Assembly constituency which are dominated by the minority communities for the 2027 general election. He further stressed that 2 years have already completed since the violence broke out on 3rd May 2023. However, the BJP-led government has not been able to restore peace and normalcy in spite of imposing president's rules in the state. He also condemned the act of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi for not visiting strife-torn Manipur and Pahalgams and highlighted that the PM has been instead visiting Bihar for the election campaigns. He raised the question as to how long such actions of the Prime Minister is being to be tolerated, who does not care for the people, but who is only focused on gaining majority and getting more votes in elections.
हमने ये भी देखा कि हिल एरिया में चूंकि एनपीएफ और एनपीपी का ज़्यादा वजूद है, तो इस बार हमने निर्णय लिया है, हमारे खास तौर पर माइनॉरिटी डिपार्टमेंट से रिक्वेस्ट किया है कि इस बार हम हिल एरिया की नेक्स्ट हमारा जब दौरा होगा तो हिल एरिया में हम करेंगे। वहाँ चूंकि 20 असेंबली है तो 20 में कम से कम 15 असेंबली हम जीत के आएंगे हिल एरिया की, क्योंकि हमने देखा है कि लास्ट पार्लियामेंट इलेक्शन में सभी ने हमको काफ़ी समर्थन दिया है, चाहे हिल एरिया हो चाहे ये हमारे वैली के एरिया हो, सबके सब ने फुल समर्थन दिया है। इसीलिए हमने 2 MP यहाँ हमने जीत के लाया है। तो उसी की हमको अब उसको आगे बढ़ाते हुए हिल एरिया में अपना वजूद वापस कायम करना है, लोगों को समझाना है। तो अब अगली बार जब हम आएंगे तो हिल एरिया में भी जाएंगे। यही हम सब आप इस प्रेस के माध्यम से पब्लिक को बताना चाहते हैं कि 2027 का चुनाव इस बार कांग्रेस बहुत मजबूती से लड़ने जा रही है और बहुत जल्दी, चूँकि पता नहीं है अभी भाजपा की सरकार प्रेसिडेंट रूल कब तक लागू करेगी, इसको आगे बढ़ाएगी या फिर से सरकार स्थापित करेगी, लेकिन जब तक ये नहीं होता है तो चुनाव हमको लगता है बहुत ही नज़दीक पहले भी हो सकता है।
Jewelries and cash worth 2 lakhs of rupees has been looted from the residence of one Khongdrom's summons of the CRPF Langsing Game, Manning under Pasoi police stations at the Imphal West district. The incidents of the robbery came to light when the owner of the house, Khongdrom Ongbi Bhanubati, wife of the Khongdrom summons, returned to her house in the early morning of 4th May after staying the night of 3rd May at her sister residence for an occasion and found that the ventilators had been broken and the cupboards were found to be opened. Khongdrom Bhati discovered that all her jewelries and cash worth 2 lakhs of rupees along with the DCR memory of the CCTVs were also stolen. She further disclosed that the incident does not appear to be that of the robbery, but expressed that the incident seems to be a planned life attempt. She further stated that her husband is serving in the 2nd Manipur Rifles and is away from home. Further, her 2 children are also studying outside the states and she lives alone in the house. Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bhala today, the 5th May, has chaired a comprehensive review meeting at the conference hall of the Raj Bhavan in Phal to assess the progress of ongoing national highway projects in the state. During the meeting, MS Devals, Executive Director of the National Highways and the Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited, presented a detailed briefing on the current status of the various national highway projects and the constructions across the different regions of the Manipur. He also highlighted key challenges impacting the timely execution of these projects. Governor Bhala directed the officials to take necessary measures to resolve these challenges and ensure the timely completions of the national highway projects. The meeting was attended by the Principal Secretary Works, Commissioners Homes, Secretary Land Resources, Chief Engineer PWD and DIZ CRPF. Additionally, the Deputy Commissioners of the Ukrul None, Tamanglong, Senapati Kangpopi, Chirachandpur and Fairjols participated via video conference. And now let's take a short break. Keep watching for more updates.
Hi friends, adom na gari thau hapam matam da di aphaba thau hamna bone dress level matam da su branded oiba khali adubo adom gi khwai gi maru oriba liver gi damakta di kari section thorang lo bi novo camp health care gi original lipsa 5G na adom gi liver bu son badai ngak thol liver bu seng dokna mathau ning thin na tawli khonga ba nungai le liver gi mapang kangkalan badana tana hakchang pumba gi energy hengalali chaba tumali acidity antali afaba king lauba liver magi damak seasonabio original lipsa 5G.
Mama amawin macha adugi makol khuding khangba ngamli adubu angang adugi sor honba asina kari hairibano haibadu khangba ngamdri iche munna yengbiu subaina sor kana honba se pneumonia orambasu ya thengtha biroidabane manang nakpa health center gi doctor amaga tanabigadabane India da chai khudingi 1.5 lakhs muki angang singna hairiba laina asigi khayata tari
Doctor kashu tawroidabra
kashu tawroida thengtharam labadi aru phem or poya lumna thambiyu mafi yawna thambigan yai makhai gas stop sedabiyu maikudagi lap thopiyu lok toina khoba sor thuna honba thabaki makha wairap subsanba fever tawrobadi pneumonia ga mari lene pneumonia dagi akoi punna ngak thokminarse
Mobile furniture na lagliba wedding season asigi anau ba contemporary wedding set furniture sing puduna lakchari loina na Manipur de ihan han ba oina wedding set laibi ba matamda 24 karat ki 5 gram ke gold coin free gift oina bizari mayam lengsin biraktuna mobile furniture ki 3rd edition the great wedding sales gold offer asi pre booking to biduna khudong jaba silobi ho
offer asi akupa information khambina ba damakta sangai product laiba mobile furniture la lengsin biro.
Welcome back after the break. Moving on with the final electoral roll for the Tadubui Assembly constituencies has been officially published today. With the additions of the new 981 electors, Tadubui Assembly constituency has now 48,682 voters, of which 24,470 are male voters, while 24,212 are female voters. Tadubui Assembly constituency will now have 81 polling stations. During interactions with the media persons held at the office of the Chief Electoral Officers, Lamfelpat in Phal West, Joint Chief Electoral Officers Ramananda Nongmai Kakpam has expressed that any appeals for or complaints may be made to the district magistrates or district election officials. He further stated that the meeting with the representatives of all political parties have also been held today at the office.
Aduga hariba meeting asi chapmanana kogi district election officer gi aduga electoral registration officer gi office dasu kogi political party meeting asi koi pangthui aduga revision matamda pangthoki ba activity mayam sing adu political party sing da pawdam khi aduga electoral roll masi akona phongjari ba final electoral roll chu kogi CEO की माइकैदा की सु स्टेट की रिकॉग्नाइज और नेशनल की रिकॉग्नाइज और पार्टी सिंह सी दा इकोइना खुसिन नखी अदुग चमानना अखोगी इयारो नसु महा की ऑफिस ता मफम दुदा फंक्शनल और गललिबा पॉलिटिकल पार्टी सिंह दा इलेक्टोरल की खुसिन नबगी फॉर्म दसु कोई इयारो की ऑफिस से पंथोगी yang maru ba makna kogi electoral roda min sanjiba masi appeal oina haitare yaro na min chalba khotpa min ha khotpa takpa correction to gun sing si yaro gi competent authority haitare yaro competent authority oibani karimba masida pen da ba grip oiba haitare dum lai biragadi madu kogi district magistrate natraga district election officer da appeal lama to yani haiba masi provision asi kogi media gi chinnaw si pathang da kogi tadu bi da lai ba voter sing ni mai mit oina ba kogi na pong yo na kogi madu gi appeal ladu kogi si office ki mai kai de su tawzari haiba office mayam da thamjari.
In a series of operations, Indian Army and the Assam Rifles Formation under the Spear Corps launched intelligence-based operations in the Hills and the Valley District, namely Kaching, Tengnopal, Visnupur and Kangpopi between 27 April to the 4th May in coordinations with the Manipur Police, CRPF, BSF and the ITBP. The operations resulted in the apprehensions of the 14 cadres from the Hills and the Valley-based groups and recovery of 31 weapons, 14 improvised explosive devices, grenades, ammunitions, and war-like stores. Multiple joint operations by the Indian Army, Assam Rifles, and the Manipur Police conducted in the Hills and the Valley District resulted in the apprehension of the 17 cadres from the Valley and the Hill base, insurgent groups, along with the recovery of a pistol, mobile phones, two-wheelers. The apprehended cadres and the recovered items have been handed over to the Manipur Police. These coordinated efforts by the security forces highlight that their unwavering commitments to the maintaining peace and security in Manipur. The Supreme Court today, the 5th May, has said that there is no need to protect any persons involved in the wrongdoings in relation to the communal violence between the Meitei and the Kuki community in the states of Manipur. Events of Chief Justice of India, CJI Sanjeev Khanna and Justice PB Sanjay Kumar made the remark while hearing the case concerning the audio recording allegedly implicating former Manipur Chief Minister CM N. Biren Singh in the matter. The comments were made after Solicitor General Tushar Mehta questions the credibility of the Kuki organizations for the Human Rights Trust, which has showed proof into the audio recording. The court has also sought reports from the Forensic Science Laboratory on the authenticity of the audio recording. Today, the same was submitted and examined by the court. After reading the reports, the apex court said that the state has to speak to their officers about the matter. Meanwhile, SG Mehta clarifies that the probe is still ongoing. He also said peace is prevailing in the states which is under present rules at the present. However, considering the contents of the sealed cover reports, the court asked Mehta to seek fresh instructions after speaking to the officers in the matter. Israeli officials say Israel's security cabinet approved the plans on Monday today to capture all the Gaza Strips and remain there for an unspecified amount of time. The plan is of a part Israel's efforts to increase pressures on the Hamas to free hostages and negotiate a ceasefire on Israel's term. Two officials say that the plans also includes the displacement of the hundreds of thousands of Palestinians to the southern Gaza. The officials spoke on the condition of the anonymity because they were discussing military plans. On Sunday, Israel's military chiefs of the staff, Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir, said that the army was calling up tens of thousands of reserve soldiers and said Israel would operate in additional areas in Gaza and continue to strive militants' infrastructures. Israel's already controlled roughly half of the Gaza's territory, including a buffer zones along the border with Israel, as well as 3 corridors that run east-west along the strips. For a week, Israel has been trying to ratchet up pressures on the militant Hamas groups and prompts it to show more flexibilities in the negotiations. In the early March, Israel halted the entry of the aid into Gaza, a ban that is ongoing and which has plunged into the territory of the 2.3 million people into what is believed to be the worst humanitarian crisis of the war. Hungers have also been widespread and shortages that have set off looting. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channels or follow in Facebook page, Instagram and X for more information about the channel. Before we wrap up, the headlines once again. BJP's Northeast in charge Sambit Patra arrives in Imphal, holds meetings with the important leaders of the state including former CM and Biren Singh. State level annual SNA Sports and Cultural Meet 2025 kick-starts at the SAI and ERC Athletics track from today. Supreme Court states it does not have to protect the wrong in connections with whistleblower taps against the former Manipur CM. Reception ceremony of the 290 students along with the 13 positions holders and 5 subject toppers of the Imprint Science Academy held today. Manipur Governor review progress of the national highway projects in state. Well, that's all we have for now. Thank you so much for watching and have a great night.